people tend to think of traditional stuff as just really old, and then the folk stuff is the new stuff. But to me, it's more of a continuum, and I don't think that necessarily there's a big difference between folk and traditional.
Both imply a connection to the past.
Folk musicians, perhaps the concept of tradition is particularly to the fore.
I don't think you can ever forget the roots of music and where it all came from.
I'm particularly fond of the sort of the 19th century stuff. The sort of the melancholic sadness of a lot of them. Sad melodies, but very beautiful melodies that really drew me initially to Welsh folk music, and I kind of tend to still use those kind of things in my own music as well.
I like to keep things like as they are, this stuff is really beautiful anyway.
All artists are working within a tradition, in the sense that they know what's gone before them in their own particular genre, even if they're jazz musicians or classical musicians. They know where they sit, where their music sits within what's gone before, and maybe have their own ideas about where they want to take it in the future.
The group that I sing with, Landless,
If you are the restless sea.
you don't hear harmony singing in traditional music, in Ireland in particular. And the harmonies that we make would be a lot of the time there's discords in them, which you don't hear either. So that in a sense that is actually making contemporary folk music. In my mind, it just feels like something that's natural. It doesn't feel like we're kind of forcing it, or we decided that we were gonna sing folk songs and try and make them sound a little bit weird. It's just something that happened.
It's just the way that things are expressed in the traditional Welsh music. They kind of tend to use similar expressions, or take familiar expressions and twist them around or turn them into something else. So most of the albums, for example, that I release will be roughly 50-50 Welsh and English.
When I'm gone, then I know I'll be forgotten. Flowing water, rising sun, hollow bones as white as cotton. As fod a llawer yn lliwio'r môr, tonnau'n troi ar fodd y lleuad. While sad and I stood in the Liverpool park, here are the nights getting lonely, how I long for arms to hold me, and my mind drifts back to you.
I think it's definitely important to realise who you are as a musician, what's important to you.
Don't you let go of Sophie, only God knows where you are now. 'Cause I've had enough of ringing, and I'm sick of overthinking.
Kelly Jones from Starphonics, his voice, the way, his tone of voice, the way he sings, I suppose that would take a lot from that there. Lyrically, it would probably be Bob Dylan, James Vincent McMorrow, and just sort of artists like that. Sort of you can go from there. It helps you understand sort of who you are and what direction you're going in.
This is for all you who have visited Belfast for the first time. We hope you have a wonderful time. It's a cool city. Get drunk as hell and do whatever you want. Joining different folk bands, playing with different musicians, and playing different styles of music just to see what felt right. But I always came back to the folk music because I always thought it was fun. What we're trying to do is basically take
Grab by the scruff of the neck.
And drag it out.
As you are, as you were, as I want you to be.
Nirvana, Come As You Are. We play that in a folk version, you know, because we think it's a great tune and we're just playing it our way as if we play all our music.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's always there. To me, it's a resource that people can draw on, and that's the important thing. You know, so you get young songwriters who really find this stuff and then grow out of it and grow something out of it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It is a lonely road I'm walking on. The nights are much too long. Soon I'll hold your hand through the darkest night. Your memory is my burning light. It's right here in my heart, yet no one understands. As I pass through the miles, my heart is warm with a smile. Soon I'll be with you, my love. I watch the night turn into day, darling. I am on my way. I'm coming home to you. There is a fire burning bright. When the seeds of doubt, I will still believe. As I close my eyes, my dreams are all unrealized. What I've been searching for, it's always been with me.